Rich. How are you?
Hey, Kaylee, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. It's been a while since we last caught up. How are things?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great. Really looking forward for the Scaleforetail event in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
yeah, me too. I mean, you're going to be talking about what you're, talk about all the time. You're kind of, I think you guys have done so many events and things. I
hmm
mean, what are you looking forward to for this? Ah, hi, Mike.
Hello there. My sincerest apologies there. As we went live, my camera decided to just suddenly drop out, and I suddenly dropped off the air. So
As we
my
went live, your
sincerest
camera went
apologies.
dead.
Absolutely.
That's okay. We were just catching up, but great to see you.
Fantastic. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike. I'm the head of partnerships here at AVASK, and I am delighted to be joining you here live today with two very special guests of mine, Rich Goldstein from Goldstein Patent Law and Kaylee Morris from Scaleforetail. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hi.
Doing great, Mike.
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic. That's great. So the reason why we're here is we've got obviously a couple of events coming up very shortly, and that's the Scaleforetail series. It's our inaugural events that are going on in Los Angeles, New York, and in Miami, starting on the April the 20th in Los Angeles. And I'm delighted to say that Goldstein Patent Law has decided to sponsor these events. So it's absolutely delightful to have you guys on the call to just talk a little bit about the events.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely great. So first things out the door, I think just in case, because Scaleforetail is obviously well established within the UK and in Europe, it's not really, it's quite new to the US, isn't it, Kaylee? Do you want to just tell us a little bit about who Scaleforetail are, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you that haven't met us yet, Scaleforetail is an e-commerce community which was originally founded by sellers and is run for sellers. And what we do is events and digital masterclasses with the goal to help the e-commerce entrepreneurs to scale their businesses by making connections with like-minded sellers, learning from industry masterminds. And we do it with our network of amazing speakers and sponsors who just provide the most incredible content that is designed to be accessible for our community and help them to accelerate their selling journeys.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And I mean, I know that Rich is also very well known in the e-commerce community, but just in case we have got someone that hasn't heard of you, Rich, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself and your company?
Sure, absolutely. So I founded my IP law firm, Goldstein Patent Law, 29 years ago as I was graduating law school. I've been working with entrepreneurs my entire career, and for about the past 5 years, I've been working with Amazon sellers. I've obtained over 2,000 patents for my clients. I wrote the book for the American Bar Association for entrepreneurs that explains how the patent process works, ABA Consumer Guide for Obtaining a Patent. I also do a podcast called Innovations and Breakthroughs. So I'm pretty involved in the Amazon e-commerce world, and I like to help sellers to make good decisions about what they do with their IP.
Oh, that's absolutely perfect. And I mean, I think there are so many people who are willing to help the community and to help e-commerce sellers to grow and expand their businesses. And I think having the right tools at your disposal is so very important. And obviously, protecting yourself is obviously very important as well, because there are obviously unscrupulous individuals out there that want to try and steal your hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there are people that are always looking to do their own Me Too products and to compete with you unfairly. And there's also opportunities that get lost by not protecting your IP, including the opportunity to potentially license to other companies that might be able to sell your product on an even bigger scale and allow you to collect royalties, and also the ability to exit for a higher dollar amount because of your IP. And so, like, those are some of the reasons why it's important to know about IP and how to better utilize it for your business, your Amazon business.
Yeah, absolutely. No, totally. And thank you so much for that very, very good introduction. That's really helpful. And if you're looking to actually get some more information and advice from Rich, then you may be interested in these two events that we've got coming up. And Rich is going to be speaking live on our LA event on the 20th of April, April 20th, and in New York again on the 25th of April. So he's going to be on stage live talking about all of these issues and how to basically protect your business online, how to protect your products and your intellectual property. He's going to be joined by the likes of Mina Elias, George Maressa, Sean Hart, Alicia Shapiro, Cassandra Craven, Andrew Erickson. I mean, the list just goes on. There are so many wonderful people providing such valuable content.
It's what you call an all-star lineup right there.
Oh, it's killer.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful lineup. And so just going to now pitch this very quickly to you all. If you haven't got your tickets yet, there is still time. Please make sure you register now. So there's a QR code just down the bottom underneath here. If you scan that and enter the code US April 23, at the checkout, your entire ticket will be comped. So there'll be no price, there'll be no charge at all. You can attend one, or if you're in both places, you can attend both if you like. And you can do that for free. So Rich, I'm going to go on now and I'm going to quickly ask you, give us a little bit of a sneak peek about what you're going to be talking about on stage.
Yeah, I think really the overall context is just a little bit of information about IP. Really just understanding a few more concepts will help you tremendously to not get into trouble with regard to other people's IP. How to protect your IP so that you can prevent other sellers from doing a Me Too product or confusing your customers into buying their product instead of yours. And also, I think the really big takeaway for many people will be how IP will give you a tremendous ROI when you go to sell your business, regardless of whether it's good and powerful IP, because some IP is better than others, or really kind of in name only almost. So it's like there is IP that maybe isn't as valuable for stopping competitors. But when you do go to sell your business, there's no way to not get an ROI. You'll always get an ROI. You'll always get more value for your business just by having that IP. So I'm going to talk about all of that.
Brilliant. And I mean, absolutely sure. I mean, everybody enters business. They don't enter business and sort of like be selling small amounts of products. They want to make it big. They want to make it so that they can exit their business for 6 to 7 figures in the future. So getting all of this stuff correct in the first place can save you so much time. It's the same with the accounting world. If you don't set your business up correctly at the start, it can create problems down the road. So you want to make sure you're deploying the right expert at the right time. And you want to make sure also that you're getting the information you need so you can make the correct choices at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of the reasons we're so excited to have both AVASK and Goldstein Patent Law at these events is because, you know, these entrepreneurs, they've got so much to juggle with building their brands, running their businesses, and connecting with the people like you guys who have got the expertise and really know your topics in such depth that you can help them, support them. It's such a important way to help them grow.
Absolutely. No, totally. I agree with that as well. Thank you. So the day's agenda will be starting at around 10 a.m. each day, and it's going right through to the evening. It's a fully catered event. You'll get to learn tips and tricks, hacks of the trade. You'll be learning so much from all of these awesome speakers and this stellar lineup that we've got planned for you in both LA and New York. So make sure that you are obviously registering using the QR code and the discount voucher that we provided very, very kindly courtesy of Goldstein Patent Law, Scaleforetail and AVASK. And obviously do make sure you register as quickly as possible. As I said, not only is it a wonderful opportunity to obviously get to hear the fantastic content, but equally, and I think I said this the other day, it's so important to also for entrepreneurs to basically be around other entrepreneurs. And I think these events are so important because they do actually give you the opportunity to get out of your box for just a day, so that you can then just basically pick up a lot of learnings and then also network with like-minded individuals. I think that is so very important, isn't it?
It's kind of funny. And it's like you think of Amazon selling as something that you do behind your computer and you're not interacting with other people. Everything is through your seller account, sending messages to suppliers, et cetera, et cetera. But the counterintuitive thing is that when you go out and you meet other sellers, you learn so much that can save you so much time and really help you scale your business. And I think that's amazing. And just one thing I wanted to say is that this is the type of event that I would travel to Europe for, but you guys are bringing it to us in the States. And I think that's just amazing.
Well, we hope we get to invite you to Europe at some point as well, Rich, because
I'd love
we
to.
are
Yeah.
also running these events in London, Manchester, Berlin, Paris, Milan, and also in places like Madrid. We're trying to basically go all over the place to try and reach as many sellers as possible. And I think that, you know, having sellers, having service providers like yourself joining us on this journey is just the most important thing as well, so that people know that there is such an extended community out there that can assist and help them to grow and expand their businesses cross-border.
Yeah, I second that so much. Yeah, you're so right. Is that the meeting with people is so powerful, and you can't underestimate it. And it's actually so exciting for Scaleforetail to be kind of almost joining the sellers on their expansion journey as we take to the global stage and try and meet as many more people as possible. It's really exciting times, and hopefully, Rich, you'll be able to join us even more.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that.
Okay, guys. So just before we wrap up, I'm just going to repeat again. So Los Angeles is going to be held at the West Drift Manhattan Beach Hotel, which is very close to LAX. So that's really good. And that's on April 20th. And then we've got another really good venue, which is in Midtown, New York. I think it's number 601 Lexington.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yes, it is. And that is obviously in a gorgeous building, which is in the center. It's not too far from Grand Central Terminal, so you should be able to get there very easily as well. It's a full day, and make sure that you scan the QR code below and use the voucher code US April 23, and that'll allow you to attend these events for free. So just before we go, Rich, can you give us a little takeaway and a little sort of like a little something for the people that are listening to this broadcast today?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As I was kind of hinting at before, it's kind of like the interesting thing is that there is IP that is valuable and that you could use to stop other people from doing a similar product. And if you have IP like that, it will stretch the multiplier significantly when you sell your business. Maybe from, let's say, a 4 to a 7. So if you had 2 million in EBITDA, it would increase your multiple by 3 or get you an extra $6 million. But also, even if the IP is kind of not so great, and it's not really going to stop competitors, but the purchaser looks and says, "Oh, you've got a few trademarks, you've got a small portfolio of IP." Maybe you'll stretch the multiple from, let's say, from a 4 to a 4.2, right? So that extra 0.2 is an extra $400,000. So you really can't lose when you exit by having IP. That would likely be probably a 10 or 20 time ROI on the money you spent on the IP. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to go through that math and a bunch of other things during the session. But that's a little takeaway right there, is that when you exit, you can't go wrong if you've got an IP.
That's absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, and I think that's absolutely great. Kaylee, what about yourself? Have you got a takeaway for us?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. We're talking about kind of the protecting the brands and things. I think, you know, when you're looking at your brand and how you want to grow, there's one thing to make sure you're utilizing it and you're on the different media platforms, using social media, but, you know, really starting from the basis and making sure you've got a really solid kind of identity and foundation, and everything is, you know, part of who your brand is, I think is a great takeaway. So I guess kind of with what Rich does and how it can kind of combine with the building that larger identity, that I think that would kind of be for me. And I know that lots of the other speakers are going to be talking about kind of how to use different social media and influencing strategies. So I think it's all going to tie in together, and it's not going to be one to miss. So my takeaway is just get to these events.
That's absolutely wonderful. Thanks very much. Okay, so guys, clear as it is, I think you know, there is even more reasons to now join us at these two events. Well, the three events: Los Angeles, New York, and obviously Miami. So scan the QR code below, enter the voucher code, and look to check out for free. Join us in Manhattan Beach on the 20th, New York on the 25th, and Rich, myself, we will look forward to seeing you there. And aside from that, thank you so much for your attention today, and we'll see you again very soon.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.